Alright, welcome to episode 9 of Water Civilization Started Over. I just thought I'd get the top 10 list out as well. As you can see, it's changed quite drastically. In the last episode, we lost the Turkish as well, so the French have actually moved into the number 10 spot. Speaking of last episode, yeah, we lost the Turks, the southern Turkish, Shmina, I was going to say, but the capital isn't in Shmina. It's actually right here. I don't know what city's over here though. Anyway, let's just also eradicate this city, and also the other one on the northern coast. I don't know why I didn't do that before. I've only just noticed, which is why I didn't do that before, I guess. Anyway, we had some wars in Anatolia and Greece around the Aegean. We had the French expanding into the UK, which I need to do more of that, because I really didn't do much last time. Otherwise, we saw a war in India, in which this bluish country lost a lot of land, but also if we go to this layer, we can see they are now a monarchy, as one of the princes of the orange country has been placed on the throne of the blue country, which, I mean, that's now kind of overlapping, but oh well. Another thing I did change a while ago is that the Swiss are now a monarchy. That's as of last episode. I changed it last episode and didn't mention it, but they're monarchies now, so that's cool. I guess they just elected one. The French are still aristocracies. There's only two of those, being this reddish country and the French one. And that's it really, possibly. A few of the things that I talked about, but they're going to come up in today's episode anyway. How about we start off with something that you're probably going to like? Yeah, I bet you want to see that. Well, let's go to the Romans. You're like, uh-oh. Don't worry, it's just the Romans, they're fine. So the Romans, they've got plans. I mean, look at this massive empire. It's the second strongest country in the entire world. This is pretty cool. They're very happy. They've got some nice borders as well. And problem with the Romans is they've just uncovered some plans for the Roman annexation of both of these countries. You know, they've got stuff they can invade. They want to take Crimea, take the capital easily there, push around the southern coast and bombard it, and then just go up the river and take this city. And they hope they can just take over that stuff. However, the Polish, they're going to send envoys or missionaries. Not missionaries. They're not spreading their Polish religion. I have updated that. Oh, actually I didn't in the last episode, but I probably should, because your religion shouldn't be this far out. But oh well, doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess do you want to look at the religion map? Look at that. I changed the color of the Polish religion because it looked too similar to the Central Asian one. But there you go, pretty big religions around the world. Anyway, so the Polish are going to send some envoys down to Constantinople and be like, hey, don't you invade those guys. We don't want you to do that. They're our friends. And the Romans are going to be like, hey, why do we have to fight? And this is really going to start the sort of rivalry between the Romans and the Polish. Or like, I don't know what empire to call this. It's not the Polish Commonwealth, because that was far more in this sort of area. It was very close to the Black Sea. I don't think it ever got to it, except for like occupation. Anyway, they're kind of annoyed at the end there, but the Romans do recognize that fighting the Polish isn't a good idea. And from there, a year later maybe, just a bit after that, we see a union between the two Ukrainian countries and the Polish, and now Poland is massive. They've also got a strange looking border. I don't know if I like it that much. Either way, they're gone now, and the Polish are now on the doorstep of becoming the second strongest country. This is very scary for the red team, so they're going to prepare for something big, and we'll see what that looks like later on, I suppose. Moving over here to the French, they're going to be doing some more expansion across the British Isles, going around into England. So they go up here and they reach into Wales a bit. I don't know, I forgot it for a second. They take the Isle of Wight and whatever that other dot is there. And they're going to also reach up into Norfolk, Suffolk, all the other bits around here. Go along the southern Welsh coast. What is that? It's like Cardiff, that's down here. Some other bits. I mean, the land, it's pretty nice. I mean, me saying nice things about England again, because, and Wales. I mean, all the UK is nice. I like it all. And in the end, the French will manage to reach up to Liverpool. Good. And they take over all of Wales. From here, they're also going to go up to the Humber, and that's probably just where they're going to leave it for the moment. But now the French have a pretty massive empire in England. It's kind of like reverse Angevin Empire. But there you go, pretty cool. They've also probably discovered Ireland. I don't know if they're going to make... They can make a sort of Cork settlement over here. You know, Cork is in the city. I'm not sure it's quite over there. I think it's more around here in central southern Ireland, but oh well. It's near enough. It's not. It's more like Limerick, or what's it called? Watford? Not Watford. What's it called? Okay, Wrexham. It's not Wrexham. Is it Water something? It's kind of where Limerick is, I think. That's annoying me. Anyway, let's just leave it at that, I suppose. Going over here back to the Polish, they've got a lot of new money from annexing these guys. And yeah, you're probably going to join sometime soon. At least please just make the borders look slightly better. The borders look horrible at this point. I'll probably get used to it though. Anyway, they expand around here to sort of Oslo area, taking over this probable river, but also mountain range. And they also take over Stockholm's area. I don't know what this bit's actually called. Finally, they take over Gotland on whatever this island's called. I think I tried to learn that and then completely forgot about 10 minutes later because that's like some Swedish name that I'm never going to remember. And they also get further into southern Sweden. So they've got all these 3 Nordic countries' capitals, or 4, I guess, if you include Copenhagen. So that's nice. However, you don't have the capital of Karelia. You need to get that. I have no idea what that is, but it's probably something cool sounding. Let's also have them expand around here into Lake Ladoga sort of area. Around here to Lake Onega. Onega? I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, over here to the pinkish country. They will go all the way up to this lake again. Probably going to be like some of their last expansion, really. I mean, who knows, they might not unite, but they probably will. The orange team will kind of reach around to the brother nation over here, which is this greenish country. I mean, they're separated by religion, and also the green team's still a bit annoyed that the orange team really didn't help them very much during their rebellion period against the Caucasian country, who's just depressed at the moment. Anyway, the 2 countries will meet up over here, so that's nice, I guess. There you go, and the Caucasians, Central Asians, I mean, can't expand further north, but they can go east. Back around to Southeast Asia, we got 2 new countries here last time, and this Bengali country, who's now got like that massively expanded down into the east. But they're going to do some more expansion back here at home, although it's kind of... The environment's really interesting over here in Bengal, because you got very swampy. I'm pretty sure there's also a desert, there's loads of mountains. It's really quite interesting, I think. Anyway, they also reach down here into sort of... Is this Bangkok? I'm not sure. For our Cambodian country, or Kampuchea, that's what it used to be called, wasn't it? And then they got changed after they dropped communism. Yeah, don't be communist, Cambodia. So they go around here, take Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City, or whatever it's called, and the pink country is instead just going to go into the central part of Thailand, but also, oh damn it, I forgot, I don't have another layer on. They expand a lot, oh my god. They take over all of this stuff, and the brown team might take this bit, but I think we could probably see sort of partition of it, as pink team's like, hey brown team, don't take over my land, I want this stuff. But I mean, the brown team, they've got literally no more opportunities to expand now, unless they go navally invade like Hainan or Borneo. But they might. I didn't really expect people to make it this far south, but they have. Anyway, just talking about the fact that there's so much free land to expand to. It's new nation time. Going over here in southern China, lots of people. I mean, I don't really talk about this. I should probably update the trade routes. I'm sorry if this first part of the video is not really war. I mean, do you like war scenarios, or do you just want to see expansion? Who knows? Comment. Or else. Anyway, yeah, lots of people... Immigration is kind of a thing. And people probably don't really notice all that much. Anyway, lots of people go around to Southeast Asia because new resources and things to trade. And they should definitely, by 100 BCE, CE, whatever it is, be people in China. But there aren't, so oh well. Anyway, they found their own new nation over here in southern China. I know this region has a name, I don't know what it's called, other than southern China. I was actually looking at a map of provinces of China today, but oh well, who cares? Probably a lot of people. So they're going to put their capital city, let's put it right over here, probably where they first went to, and from there, I guess they could go on to Hong Kong. and take kind of the western bit of Hong Kong, getting around to Macau, possibly. Anyway, they exist now. Might go to the Philippines, who knows? I bet you want to see some war. Oh no. Wow, they went to all of Africa. You want to see some war though? Yeah, you do. Well, it's time for the Romans. Yeah, I said we'd leave them for a bit, and now it's time for them to fight some people. That's what they like to do. So, who are the Romans going to be fighting? Well, in fact, first off, they're not going to be fighting anybody. They're going to be taking their extremely large military over to France. To send it over to a city I don't know the name of. And they're like, hey, France. We're friends, aren't we? And you know what friends do? They cede southern coast to friends. And France is like, I don't think so. Why would I be a friend? I'm like the 10th strongest country. I make a terrible friend. And the Romans are like, shut up and give us your coast. So the French think about that for a bit. They don't really want to because they like their southern coast. However, they see the Roman army. They see, this is, I think it's all ready to go. It's very mobilized. They don't want to fight this because the Romans will just attack them and then take their entire territory. So in the end, they give in. Don't give in to bullying, France. You should have fought the Romans, even though you can't actually beat the southern Italians. So yeah, you're really not going to beat the Romans. And the Romans just take a few provinces. I mean, it's also like a few cities there. One on the border of this Spanish colony. But yeah, the French, they lost a bit of land. You'll cope. You'll be fine. They've got this weird looking border here now. And the Romans got a massive invasion into Switzerland. No, not Switzerland. Switzerland's like, why would you bother? It's like Baden-Württemberg. Isn't that the German province down? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Who cares? Yeah, time for a Roman invasion. And where are they invading? Well, I wonder why the Romans wanted a southern coast from France. Invading the southern Italians? Yes. So the Romans will declare war on the Italians, and pretty quickly they make a naval invasion down here to Toronto. Luckily for the Italians, it's pretty defended. Well, they defended it. It's not luck, it's preparation. However, the Romans are invading up here in the north, and also quite considerably down here in the very undefended areas of Catalonia, but there's not that many people and not that many soldiers. They'll take over the Balearic Islands for absolutely no reason, and they also invade towards the central part of this territory, before finally another country joins the war, and it's France. Hooray for France, I guess. So France is going to invade into the sort of Basque region of modern-day France. It's pretty mountainous. They don't do a whole lot. Their military is not great, and they actually suffer a lot of losses because it's the Italians. They're quite strong. Looking at another country who joins this war, it's the Sardinians. Like, oh, why did they join? Because that was a stupid idea. Well, they're kind of compelled to by the fact that they have they're the same line as the kings of Italy, so they have to. Anyway, Corsica. Oh yeah, major cities. You probably need those. That's a good thing. Romans are taking none up here. You're rubbish. Yeah, the Romans have an absolute naval supremacy, and they're going to take over the entire Sardinian nation and the rest of Sardinia. They've taken 2 cities in Iberia and none in Italy. That was good. So they take over this one, which is, I think, the old capital of the other yellowish Italian country. And they're also going to take these 2 cities around here on the east coast, where there's lots of naval bombardments, although I don't think that's been discovered yet, so maybe not. Anyway, let's look at a 5th country joining the war. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the Algerian country, Tunisian, Carthaginian one. I keep wanting to call them Carthaginian, and I should. They are going to invade from their Sicilian colony. I think they used to own... Oh, they owned all of this. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So, yeah, they start going on a reconquest of this territory, invading up here and taking another new major city. What is going on there? I have no idea. What is that? There's a random nothing city. What? Anyway, the Romans don't really mind the Tunisians joining. Carthaginians, get it right, man. Get it right. They don't really mind, it's a bit of help, and they're kind of struggling to take the capital because it's pretty well defended, The Carthaginians will also invade 2 major cities down here in the south, and another up here in the north. However, the middle central bit, which is actually this bit, it's mountainous, so they can't be bothered. There's also only one more city left, so this entire area is actually just going to collapse at this point. I'll look at that in a second, I guess. The French take a bit more land. Good for you, France. Hooray. As for you guys, you get more land. Hooray. And the Romans are going to take most of it because they're Roman. And they just mean like that. Oh my god. They just mean like that. There you go. Finally, I got it. My words out. Big collapse over there, and you're fighting like 3 countries. So you're not really fighting the French anymore because they're not sending troops to Italy. And the Romans will take your capital city, pretty much ending this war against the Italians. So, in a peace treaty with all of these countries, what do we see happen? Well, let's start over here in Italy because it's going to be kind of simple. The Carthaginians take just these 2 provinces. There you go. And as for the rest of the territory, like this bit, and this bit, oh my god. What just happened there? I have no idea. There you go. The Carthaginians take this stuff, don't worry about it, I'll fix that. Oh wait, can I just fix it? I don't think I fixed it, but there you go, I think I fixed it now. I fixed it. Let's go. I'm so bad at this. Anyway, the Romans will take over the remainder of Italy, so that's nice. And these borders are really, really bad. Why are they so bad? I don't know. We'll leave them like that, I guess. Going over here to Iberia then. Let's start off with the French. I can't. My god. The French will probably get more land than they actually took because they're not very strong, and the Romans aren't very threatened by them. And also, surprisingly, the Carthaginians aren't very threatened by the French. Wow, that's amazing. They should be. If you think about Algeria, you should be afraid. Oh my god. Let's turn off this layer. I guess the rest of this land goes to you guys. We need to finish off your border though, but the French got some weird looking land stuff. I'm sorry, I feel like these bits are always a bit of drag, so you might want to just, you know, press that skip button. I mean, I'm not encouraging you to skip this bit, but you could. I don't know, maybe I'm going to say something really important and you'll miss it, so, you know, keep retention up in the video. There you go. The Algerians will take over all of this territory. Bam, bam, bam. And the Romans get everything else. So there you go. A pretty interesting border over there. I don't know what that's about really. But I kind of like it. I do quite like it. In fact. There we go. New borders of Iberia. The French got a bit of expansion. And the Romans also got a bit of expansion. However, they're going to take a little bit more as well. If I was Roman, would I be satisfied with the land I've taken? You know, looking at this, it was some of Iberia and some of Italy. And also these 2 capitals I need to remove. They can do better than that. I mean, why not? All of Iberia and all of Italy. So, about a month later, the Romans, this is going to be crazy, they invade Carthage. So the Carthaginians weren't really defending this, they were trying to assimilate it, so it's going to be kind of tricky to invade. Yeah, but you didn't see this one coming. You thought, oh, guess we'll save that to next episode. Nope. And they take these 2 northern cities, leaving this area basically defenseless. The Carthaginians are going to pull back because, like, uh-oh, I didn't see that one coming. The Romans then launch a full border invasion from over here in Iberia, taking over this city, and also invading to this bit. I kind of wanted this border to stay, because it looks cool and interesting, but oh well, I guess not. The French aren't going to join, because they're kind of worried about taking lands the Romans claim, and also now they've been cut off. Like, you took lands the Roman claimed, and now you're getting invaded by them, so obviously not a great idea. The Romans are going to try and push down the southern coast, because they want to get closer to the African areas of the Carthaginian country. They're also going to spearhead through the central regions. I'm going to say all these cities are on mountains. rivers, not mountains, you stupid. They also go along the northern coast. What's this called? Not the Azores. Come on, man. There's got a name for it. It begins with A. It's like a certain geographical area. And the Romans also invaded into the central bit. Just looked at the time. It's like 20 minutes. Crikey. Crikey. Anyway, they finally make a landing on Sicily. And the Carthaginians are really just like, why are the Romans so mean? And then the red team joined. No, don't worry. Coming soon. As for the central region, it basically just capitulates. It's a hollowed mountain and nothingness, so nobody really defends it. And the Romans are going to make a massive military blunder here as they try to launch an invasion into this city and completely fail. You know, they take the surrounding areas, and it all goes horribly wrong. Big loss of life and big support for the Carthaginians. However, it doesn't really do that much. You know, they push them out of Sicily for like a week. They're like, whoa, we're so great, and then they come back, and that's about it really for them. Sicily will fall not too long later, and as the rest of Iberia, they manage to, not that quickly, mate, manage to push around here to sort of Gibraltar, I guess, and they separate off these territories as they make a landing on the other side over in Tangiers. And basically, the stuff they've got here isn't good enough to get the stuff that's over here. And finally, the Romans will end the war. Like, hey, just agree to peace with me. Okay. Stop being annoying. Just give me the land that I want. And they're like, fine. I'm not happy about it, though. So, in the peace treaty, the Romans take this province and this province in Africa, as well as, you know, all of Iberia. As for these two bits, though, they're not ceded to the Romans, so you don't get that. But you do have all of Iberia now, except for this tiny bit up here. And then over here in Sicily and southern Italy, the Romans will also take these two provinces. And there you go. Here's our new Roman borders. Look very Roman. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like how they look now. So that's pretty fun. I mean, there's three more things I could do in this video. Which one do you want to see? That's the question. Let's start off with. I mean, that was a pretty big war. I don't know if you want any more wars. Maybe you want more countries. Yeah, let's do that. Because a group from Central Asia. I mean, this is probably going to be like our second ever country to actually be using the Central Asian religion. As a group of people from there, they're eager to explore further out into the wasteland that is Central Asia. So good for them. And they make this disgusting country that is basically joined up by massive lakes. To that viewer who said they wanted to see a map with lakes, yeah, there's a lot of lakes over here. Yeah. Anyway, this kind of puts a limit on Central Asian expansion, but they don't really care because this isn't too great. And they're very much like, let's just build one good consolidated country. However, they will do a kind of like final hurrah, bit of expansion. Oh, I added your provinces for this. Why did I decide to do this for myself? I don't know. Am I stupid? They take this territory, and they also go around to the other side of this lake that I should probably know the name of, but I don't. So if you can comment that, you know, that would be good. You should. I'm just trying to get more comments. Anyway, the green country's got a capital city over here. Don't really know where that is. Is it like? I think it's probably like Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan, or maybe East Turkestan. I don't know. Well, it's Okyastan. Well, I guess we could do a final war if you want. The war's going to be a pretty small one. It's a war between Egypt and Sudan. They had a bit of fighting during their independence revolts. And yeah, they're going to go to war again. It's over Sudan. They want this northern stuff. So they start the war, which is possibly a bad idea. Because Egypt is stronger. Egypt might actually be in the top 10 now, just because we've scarcely got 10 countries. So they might actually be there. They start invasion into the Pink Country, and there's not a whole lot over here in the Pink Country because it's a lot of desert. They're trying to push through this sort of Saharan region over to the Nile. However, by this point, the Pink team have actually readied their military, and they're going to pull off an incredible military maneuver, separating off this group. However, they just go around and back into their country, but they do abandon these positions, and it means the Pink team is now able to start its invasion into the green team. And yeah, not a clever idea by the green team, because the Sudanese capital is right on the border of Egypt. So let's look at a peace treaty. And in fact, it's not going to be them annexing the border provinces, well, just the ones they captured, I mean. They're going to annex everything they border. And a bit more, because they're mean like that. The southern border is very straight. I don't know why. There you go, you take all this territory, except for those bits, which you're going to give back over to the Sudanese. So that's kind of you gave them this bit and this bit. There we go. I don't think that gave you any new major cities. Oh, you got their capital. Wait a minute. Oops, sorry. I forgot. You took their entire capital city. And now the Sudanese are more Eritrean. I mean, they kind of were Eritrean the entire time. And they're going to put their capital city right here in the central part of their country. And there you go, 25 minutes. That's a pretty good time to end the video. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, like, subscribe, comment. Do you want more stuff in Britain? Do you want a British country? Maybe. What do you think about future unions and wars and stuff like that? I mean, the Romans don't have a whole lot more land they can expand into. And we're kind of arriving at the point where the Romans collapsed. So, will they collapse? Modern day Roman Empire. Anyway, I'm yapping. So, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.